Alright, what's going on, boys? Got another video for you today. Before, it was a flavor tier list, and now I'm doing a cup tier list. Just like in the previous video, a link for this tier list maker will be in the Discord, which will be in the description, which you can join and submit your tier list to, if you so desire. This is just a fun, opinionated thing, because the waifu cups from GamerSupps are pieces of art just slapped onto a plastic shaker cup. So art is subjective and opinionated. Well, not opinionated, but this is my opinion on it. And obviously I might feel differently about or think differently about a piece of art that you might like. But I have every cup here. These are all in alphabetical order. I was thinking either alphabetical or release date, and the website decided alphabetical. So actually that's not even true, because this is Amaranth, but this is Mischievous. So these are completely random. But I'm going to be rating these on the art, and then the lid tumbler combination, and other factors. So for example, let's start with Origin. I like the design of Origin. It's pretty basic and a good starting point, but they use it so often that it's kind of played out at this point. And the lid, while being the first one, is pretty generic and basic, and I'm not a huge fan of it. But Origin is still a good design. Let's jump into Bad Beach right here. The yellow, season 1, cup 5. The beachy type feel, I'd say gets a B. And then we will go back and sort through these later. Lifesaver, it's pretty much the same thing as Bad Beach, but you get to see more of her. Let's go with A, because you get some thigh action in that. Other than that, they're pretty much the exact same cup. The lid on Lifesaver, in my opinion, is better because it's got the two colors going on. Let's go with the cold ones. Chad and Max. So Max is very, very similar to another cup, Selfie. They're pretty much the same, where they got the shirt up in their mouth and they're revealing their tits. But there's one key difference between Selfie and Max, and that's what's going on with the head and the color scheme. I give Selfie an easy B and Max a easy A. The beanie is what does it for me, and the colors are good. And then with Chad, something about it doesn't feel right. It might be the dreads, personally. It's also very similar to the Milkers cup, which if I can find anytime this year. Finally found Milkers. Pretty much similar kind of design. However, because of the head thing going on and the lid, Milkers is easy S. Bordy and Aches, high A, two waifus on the cup. The one thing keeping it from being an S is there's not a whole ton of transparency on it. I like the lid, I like the colors, but there's too much white. Speaking of pink and white, Emirichu, this cup. So with their cups, they don't look as good in pictures than they do in person. If you have this cup and you're looking at it online, it looks okay, but when you get it in person, it's so much better. Easily S tier. Samurai, I get the design they're going for, I like it, but it's pretty boring and generic in my opinion. I give it a low D, maybe a high, or a low C, high D. We'll go with low C. Let's go with Flork. Now I get it, it's a funny little meme. Looking right at the tiny little fella in the bottom right. And I like the gold lid, but it's got to be the first delete. I get it. I get what it's going for. Not a huge fan of it. Very memey, very funny. So we'll give it a high delete. How about that? Speaking of delete, Solo Double J, one of the very first cups, and again I know what it's going for. Personally, not a fan of it. The whole shtick with dudes with tits like Swagger Souls and Too Mad, I'm not a huge fan of them. Swagger Souls I like a little bit more because it's got the mask going on, but they could have done something more interesting than a dude with tits, you know? Like, this is just Too Mad. This is just Swagger Souls, but they both have boobs on them. Like Solo Double J, they tried something with that, and Husbando. Like, I like the design of Husbando more than them. It's not for me, but it's more creative than guy with tits. Let's jump into the second cup of the first season, Mystery. I don't personally like this. Another thing about these cups is their names. So like, I think it's only with the seasonal ones, but like Origin, it's a good name because it's the origins of GamerSupps cups. Or Husbando is husband type deal. Samurai is a samurai. Selfie is taking a selfie. Bad Beach is a baddie at the beach. But Mystery, it's like I think it's named that because of when they were marketing it. It was like a mystery. What could it be? What does it look like? Ooh, but it has nothing to do with the design, I guess. And I like the pink, so it goes higher up. But it's maybe actually the Twin Tails kind of put it up. I'll give it a low B, very low B. All right, let's move on to both of the Kahoe cups. So original Kahoe, they've got the pink, the light pink and the dark pink going on, and the like, cat made boob window type deal. I like it, I enjoy it. Low B. Short hair, not for me personally, but I like the hairpin. And then Kahoe V2. This would easily be a high A, low S, because it's double-sided. It's got the whole shtick going on, but it has one problem. The fingers are really janky, and I noticed that it's the same way on her flavor. I don't know what's going on with the fingers, but they look like animal claws, and personally that kind of kills it for me. Let's jump into all the cats. We got Sad Neko, Cat Girl. Mischievous was always bundled with Cat Girl, so we'll throw that on there. I believe that's all the cats. So Sad Neko and Mischievous. Something about these, anytime I think of season 1 and I think of around this time, like after Trapped, it's these three cups, Cat Girl, Sad Neko, and Mischievous, always blur together for me. Like Cat Girl or Sad Neko and Mischievous, they're pretty boring, honestly, and the lids don't help. As for Cat Girl, same thing with Kahoe. I don't know if it's the way you look at it, but the fingers are really weird. They all get a low D, in my opinion. Let's jump into some creator cups. Toby on the Telly, first trans creator. Also naked, with a bunch of tattoos that make the transparency. Low B. Hey, I'm B. Easily a high S, in my opinion, because hey, I'm B. No other reason needed. Also, I like the little the honey dripping from her finger and the bees flying around. I like that touch. Bear to Kiss, if that's how you say it. I hate this. I hate this cup. Easily the bottom of D. It's almost completely white. There is zero transparency to it, and it's the same thing with Insatiable. Honestly, there's no transparency. I like the design though, and the colors, so it goes higher up in D, but there's like zero transparency. Amaranth, Bunny Girl would get B. but because it's amaranth, C. Actually high C, because the lid is and tumbler are white, and they could be used for like generic things if you were to swap them out with something else. And the Christmas has the white tumbler as well, but the Christmas colors of lid, and I fucking love Christmas. People have problems with the eyes, cry about it. It's a great design. Speaking of great designs, I love Hot Girl Summer. Favorite cup. Only problem with it, or actually I have two problems with it, is the first 5 cups, I believe, the design on them is slightly smaller than what they are now. And also the ahegao face. I don't like that. I don't like those two things, but it's still easily my favorite cup. Also, Emmy is better than Milkers. Deal with it. Bashful. I like the design. I hate the lid colors, but I love the design. We'll go with middle of B. J-Schlatt, gun, blue and yellow. They give me very Lego vibes, the blue and yellow. But they got the gun. I'm gonna go with low B. Speaking of guns, sharpshooter, easy S. No, easy high A, because ass. I love me some ass. Speaking of ass, temptation, just next to sharpshooter, S easily. I just feel the reason sharpshooter doesn't get into S with her is the butt's a little too small, and I think the lid colors is too loud in my opinion, like the neon green. Michaela, I love this cup. It's a great design. Don't know anything about the creator. The lid is pretty good. I like all these light blues and cyans. Trapped. So Trapped was the reason I got into this. I started collecting around Popstar, but I wanted to get Trapped, but I missed it, and I got one for like 40, 50, 60 bucks off eBay, and I absolutely love this cup. But better, I love it because ass, double-sided, and the light blue. But better double-sided cups have come out since then, like Neko made and Shy Lily, which I guess I could talk about next, and Kahoe. I just because of the fingers, Kahoe isn't better, but I think because frequency bias, this was one of the oldest cups to me. It has to get pretty low, but I love the design. I love the lid colors, and I love the concept. Speaking of double-sided, Shy Lily, S, double-sided, ass, tits. What else do you need? Speaking of ass, Lolathon, just like Trapped, I say frequency bias. I've seen it so often, it's not that appealing to me anymore, but it's still Lolathon, still got ass. Let's go with middle of A. Speaking of ass, in a similar vein, feet, funny meme, I get it. I like the concept, but I'm not personally a fan of feet, but I love the lid colors, so low C. The lid colors are great. Speaking of lid colors, Rusty Fox. I really like the lid on this as well, and the design is great as well, so middle of S. Let's go with the Japanese, what's it called? I don't know the name of it, but Popstar and Suki. I absolutely despise both of these. Low D. I just don't like the I like Popstar better because it's got the like Hatsune Miku tie going through the boobs type deal. So that goes low B. The colors on Suki, I also don't like the dark purple with the black. I like the light blue on Popstar. Mitch Jones, the lid is good. Shaker is just like Christmas and Amaranth. Another purple lid. WoW streamer I know nothing about. Let's go with low C. Bricky. Bricky is the first cup that this one isn't filled, and JFJ's mom, these two aren't filled because they didn't have them on the website, so you can't really tell, but Bricky is the first one to deviate from the white background and not having text on the front. So it has a black background and has text right underneath it, and Disregarding all of that, just on the design alone, is easily S tier. But because of all that, high S. And JFJ's mom, MILF, high S, easily. Pirate. When Pirate first came out, I liked it. I loved the concept they were going for. Pirate, the lid has got the black and yellow to go with like doubloons type feel. But the more you look at it, something feels off about it. I don't know if it's the eyes or the bra or the coin. Something's off. But I like the concept, so middle of S. Teacher. Alright, I got some things to say about this one. I like Teacher. I like the design of Teacher, but it feels unfinished. Like the more I look at it, it feels like it's missing detail. I don't know if that's just me. If it had more detail like JFJ's mom, I feel like it would be a really good cup. Kawaii. I think this one can be combined with like Popstar and Suki for the like the Japanese thing. I might put the word on screen because I can't remember it. But again, I'm not a huge fan of that. It also feels like a very generic cup to me. Another purple and just huge tits. Ninja. Oh, Ninja, how I could talk about you for hours. So before I had decided to collect all of the cups, I had sold my Ninja to a coworker for retail because he had missed it. And after he had gotten it, it immediately jumped it up to $200. And that kind of sucks, but because I had to rebuy it. But the design of Ninja, it has definitely grown on me. It was the first Safe for Work cup, and personally is my favorite of the Safe for Works. Actually, excluding Emmy. I forgot she's Safe for Work. Speaking of Safe for Work, Varsity is very not Safe for Work and is an OG, easily high S. I love the Varsity jacket with nothing underneath. V-Ket, another Safe for Work. It's very bland in my opinion. There's not anything for it. It's just an anime girl with a little hat. It's not much to it. Shark Girl. I love Gargura. Shark. High ass. Easily. Underwater. Something about underwater just doesn't fit with me. I like the design. I like the knife sheath deal. I like the fish swimming around, but something about it isn't for me. Maybe it's the too much white, not enough transparency. Maybe. Surfer. Easily high S. The hibiscus, the bikini, the surfboard. Love it all. Tsundere. I hate this cup. I absolutely hate it. I like this thing, but everything else I don't like. Also, it's another one of those things with the dumb naming. I think it was meant to be Yandere, not Tsundere, based on the design alone, and because of that, I don't like it. Trash Taste, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure going on. Never watched it, don't really care, but I like the design. Low C. Zombie Slayer. Alright, a lot of people hate Zombie Slayer because she's not wearing a bra. One tit's pointing the other direction while one pointing straight forward. If you don't notice that, easily middle of A. But because of that, the more you look at it, the more you see it, it kind of throws you off a little bit. I'm going to go with middle of B, above mystery. And I'll resort these after. Witchcraft, easily high S. VTuber, easily high A. Nothing else needs to be said. So, Too Mad, bottom of Delete, Solo Double J, then Flork. Let's say that works for me. Bearticus, Tsundere. I like Tsundere more than Bearticus. Suki is better than this trio. Mischievous is better than Sad Neko, but they're both meh. And Cat Girl is worse than these two. So that, V-Ket, Swagger below V-Ket, Teacher above V-Ket, Husbando above Swagger, Insatiable. If it wasn't for the fingers, Kahoe, man. Insatiable can go in front of Kahoe. And then all of these, Kerrigan, I like a little bit more than that. Trash Taste. Also, I forgot with Mitch Jones, it was, I believe, besides Trapped, the first cup to have a different back, which I appreciate. But Trapped is still better. Kwai, Trash Taste, Pirate, Necomade. Why is Necomade this low? Necomade is great. We'll come back to that. But Nya, same thing. Definitely better than a C. Kerrigan, again, because of the lid. I love the lid. Amaranth, you gotta go down. Actually, go up because Bunny Girl. Trapped, Origin, Popstar, J-Schlatt. J-Schlatt can be a little bit higher. Toby as well. Kahoe, Popstar, Mystery, J-Schlatt, Zombie Slayer, Bashful, Chad, Toby, Selfie, Bashful, Underwater, Necomade, Nya, Bad Beach. Bad Beach isn't that good. Lolathon, low A. Honestly, after seeing it so much. Bordy and Aches can go higher. Sharpshooter will go next to Lolathon. I think that's a good A. And then S. Christmas has to be higher. Rusty Fox has to be higher. You have to be higher. I say Surfer, Bricky, Shy Lily, Michaela. Something like this. I would like Shark Girl more. If one thing was changed, but I can't put my finger on it because I love everything else about it, like the swimsuit, the cutout, the water splashing. But these two, I feel like this is a good. I think that's it. Everything is all set. So that's my cup tier list from Hot Girl Summer all the way down to Too Mad. Remember, join the Discord. You make your own list if you want to share with the rest of us. If you got any questions, know when cups are coming out. Speaking of cups, actually, I forgot one. Goth is about to come out. It comes out in an hour and a half when I'm recording this. And Goth, okay. So Goth, we had seen it, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago. And at the time, it was a really, really good design. The little highlights on the hair, the whole aesthetic going on. But I feel like it wasn't goth. It was more emo, which those are two, they're similar, but they're not the same, you know? If it was called like emo, maybe it would be higher, but I can't add it to the list right now. But if I were to put goth, I'd say right under Necomade is where I'd put it, in between Necomade and Bad Beach. That was the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join the Discord, and peace.